What is good, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another review. This is not your average sneakerhead, Tony Ramsey, and today we're taking a look at the Nike Dunk Low in the Michigan colorway. Now, before we get into the review, if this is your first time here, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I do plan to bring you guys more videos going forward and try to get you guys to look at some different silhouettes, not just Yeezys and Jordans, but also give you guys a look at some Dunks and anything else I can get my hands on. So now would be a good time to join the channel, as I do plan to bring you guys more content going forward. Also, be sure to give this video a like, as that does help YouTube channels grow and keeps my channel out there in the algorithm. I'm trying to get the channel to 5,000 subs before the end of 2021. And you guys can definitely help me get there, so I appreciate all your support. Let's go ahead and get a look at these sneakers right here. Now, the Nike Dunk craze has been all the wave in 2021. It seems like they're really starting to take off with a number of different colorways, and Nike's doing their part with keeping that hype going by just pumping out colorway after colorway after colorway. And this one is no different, but this is one I think that will actually be a big hit from the summertime. But before we jump into the sneakers, take a look at the box. So these come in your standard red Nike sportswear box. You have Nike branding on the top, Nike branding all the way around it. So very standard Nike branding packaging, nothing special there. The label reads Nike Dunk Low Retro, and the colorway is Varsity Maize and Midnight Navy. I got them in an 8.5 and had a retail price of $100. And there's a label in case you guys need to see that for any legit check purposes. You open up the box, you have your standard white paper inside, and you have your sneakers. And if you're curious, I grabbed mine from Foot Locker using the Flex reservation system. And I do have a video explaining how you can always hit on reservations. You guys can check the video out by clicking up right here. Now let's get into the sneaker itself. So Nike Dunk Lows are very standard silhouettes. It goes all the way back to the 80s, and they haven't changed much really at all since then. Maybe some of the materials might leave a little bit more to be desired, and this one is probably going to be along that same line. But we'll start here at the toe box. So Nike Dunk Low toe box. It has a very similar toe box to a Jordan 1, maybe a little bit more curved right up in here, but very similar toe box to a Jordan 1. And on the toe box here, you have yellow. It's more like that maize yellow. I think my camera might be blowing it out a little bit more, but that is like more of a maize yellow, almost a goldish color. Then you have a blue leather toe strap or leather toe cap right there. And the leather quality on these is not really good. I'll tell you guys that out the gate. The Dunk Low quality has not been great in 2021. This one is no different, but the colorway is what really makes this sneaker stand out a little bit more. And looking at the lateral side, same thing, leather going right up there. I think it might even be synthetic leather, or it's just really cheap. You have that midnight blue going up the eyelets right here, midnight blue going down right around the ankle stabilizer, midnight blue Nike check. Then you have a Varsity Maize panel right there on the medial side. Also Varsity Maize peeking out right here along the ankle collar as well. Then on the rear of the sneaker, you do have your Nike branding right there. I see the stitching. The stitch work on there is actually pretty clean. I guess it really comes down to the quality of the materials, but they actually did do a pretty good job of making the sneaker at least look good. You have Varsity Maize peeking through right there with that more of that midnight navy blue leather wrapping around the bottom. And going over to the medial side, pretty much a mirror image of the lateral side. Blue Nike check, maize panel in the middle, and back up here to the midnight navy and the maize in the front of the sneaker. These only come standard with midnight navy shoelaces, but they probably will look good with some white laces or even some Varsity Maize laces if you have those in your stash. We'll get inside of the sneaker as well, show you guys what the insole looks like. The insole does not remove, but it is, I think that insole is midnight navy, and you do have orange Nike branding there on the bottom of the insole. As far as the tongue, you have a nylon tongue with the patch at the top that just says Nike branding, doesn't say Nike Air, as these do not have air technology in them. They just have a cup sole, so they're not the most comfortable sneaker to rock, but if you want to wear them casually, you should be fine. We'll look here at the midsole. The midsole is done in white, so it's not done in cell to give it a vintage look, just all done in white. You do have a midnight blue outsole with some Nike branding right there in the middle, and the traction pattern is very similar to the traction pattern of a Jordan 1. And that's pretty much it for details about the sneaker itself. So as I mentioned, very simple sneaker, not a lot of it going on, but probably a colorway you're gonna see a lot on people's feet here in the summertime. So let's talk about sizing for Nike Dunk Low. So I went with my true size. In most sneakers I wear a true size 8.5, and no different in Nike Dunks. As I mentioned, they are very similar to a Jordan 1, so whatever your standard Jordan 1 size is, I would go with that. And with Jordan 1s, I always go true to size as well. Sometimes they can fit a little bit big depending on the cut of the sneaker, and if they do, I just throw in an extra insole and you should be good to go. Or if you want to prevent your shoes from creasing, you can go down a half size, as Jordan 1s and Dunks have a pretty wide toe box right here. So if you did want to go down a half size to fill out the sneaker more and prevent creasing, you can do that as well, but I would always recommend going true to size. Last but not least, let's talk about the resale value for the sneaker. So Dunk Lows have a retail price of $100, so a pretty affordable sneaker, and probably one of the most affordable, popular Nike silhouettes that you can buy. And with them having a retail price of $100, you're almost guaranteed to make some kind of profit on these if you were into it for the profit, or if you want to make sure that your sneakers held their value. Right now in the resale market, I think in most sizes, these are going for right around $180 to $200. I think in my size, they're right around like $190 or so. So not a bad return on your investment. That's almost twice the cost of the sneaker. And it still is affordable enough to that if you did want to pick these up, you can get them for right around the price of a standard Jordan 6 or Jordan 5. So if you did want to grab these, now would be a good time, because I think that this is a colorway that'll probably go up a lot over time. And given that it's a Michigan colorway, it's pretty wearable, and I can see these being a $250, $300 sneaker in a few months. So if you did want to grab these, now would be a good time to go ahead and make the investment. But now that we have those details out of the way, let's go ahead and get these loosened up, get them on foot, and show you guys how they look. That's gonna do it for my review of the Nike Dunk Low in the Michigan colorway. Let me know what you guys think about this sneaker. Is this a colorway that you were going for? How do you guys feel about the whole dunk wave and dunk craze? Do you like dunks, or are you pretty much off of them because of the hype? I think Dunk Lows are extremely wearable if you get the right colorway. I have the black and white Panda Dunks, and those are probably a sneaker I wear more than almost anything else in my collection right now, because they go with almost everything. And I can see me adding these to the rotation pretty heavily as well. But curious to know what you guys think, so let me know down in the comment section below. This one that you guys are going to pick up, did you hit on these or did you pass on them? And if you did pass on these, let me know why in the comment section. Thank you guys again for watching my review. This has been Not Your Average Sneakerhead, Tony Ramsey, taking a look at the Nike Dunk Low in the Michigan colorway. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you guys on my next review. Peace.